Thank you, Lady Sheelab. Alright. I'll clear this just so that we can get this built. But now I do want this done as a priority 7 job for the most part. Let's do all of this part up here, and then we'll go and do the rest elsewhere. Right. Seems they've managed to get everything loaded. These can barely work, which is a bit of a shame, but... What are they collecting over here? Oxalate, oh, okay. Bit of an odd one there. We're down to a few hundred grams of very hot steam, but that's scarcely going to make an impact there, I don't think. We are starting to see some movement of natural gas. There we go. That is a construction location. It's fine. Once that's built, we're good. But yeah, it might simply be the fact that we've been playing for nearly enough 10 hours now. That things are just getting a little bit more unstable as time goes on. We'll have to see what we can do. Hey, an apple fumble! My lord, it's 4:30. I didn't even notice that happen. Steam needs a tea break, yeah, apparently. Oh well. Tis what tis, I guess. It's painful if they just jump back and forth through these. That actually starts to hurt a bit. Oh, did I set this up? I have not reset this, my bad. Let's get that done as a with a quickness, please. And then once that's done, we should be able to get the polluted water where it needs to be. Enjoying yourself in there? I think there might be. My Oni always crashes if I keep it running for long. Yeah, that might be what happens, to be fair. Only if it is above 50 kilos, please. Thank you. Done and done. I'm just going to drop another save. Aavak can't stop, won't stop. Could stop, won't stop though. Oh, Frison, thank you very much for the 5 gift subs. That's super kind of you. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Could you be deconstructed, please? There we go. Alright, that will gradually fill back up. It'll take a little while, but it'll happen. And once it does, it'll start loading up the coolant loop again. Until then, it's going to be a little bit rough for our peeps, I'm afraid. Keeping an eye on the cycle counter at the moment. So glad you're still streaming, Aavak. Just had a rough hour. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Well, I'm glad that I'm still streaming for you too. Pull up a chair. Put your feet up. Relax. Enjoy. Hey, old fan from the original Stardew series. Glad to see you're still doing well. Oh, thank you very much, Number B. Apple fumble. My sub count is at 69, and my dapper ducats are nearly 69,420. The blessed numbers. Oh, my lord. Right, we're effectively dumping all of this oxygen out as fast as we can take it. These two lines... Yeah, similarly, this is the one that's getting priority over here. So they're only really dumping oxygen down here when they can. Yeah, the base is getting massive priority on oxygen right now, which is how it should be. It's very heavily oxygenated. Should act the about for the cheer there. It's very kind of you, mate. Loads of igneous rock. Yep. Well, that's not actually that long of a gas pipe for them to have to work on, so we should be okay with it. How long have we got? 13 cycles, yeah, we got plenty of time. Plenty of time to get that going. Do I need any more copper? Yeah, I kind of do, actually, yeah. Let's dump a little bit of heat in here, then. There you go. Gold we're fine for now. Okay, that briefly had a bit of power, but didn't last all that long. Oh no, there we are. Right now we're running all of these pumps, but there's barely any air left in here. So... we have a look at the breathability overlay. If we have a look at the materials overlay. Gases, please. Micrograms there, even less micrograms here. That is going to be a pure vacuum very soon, and I'm wondering if that might have caused some problems with the crash. Let's go ahead and drop another save though, just to be on the safe side, eh? No reason not to. We got a load of iron up here, my lord. Everything seems to be going well there. How is that pipe going? Not actually far to go with that. I mean, it is on a fairly high build priority, so that is helping. But that'll be great to have that up and running. Once there are 2 natural gas geysers rolling, power woes will be a relatively distant concern. I am actually surprised that our steam vent hasn't been helping more than it has. Well, it's coming down here at like 400 degrees. temperature do we turn on at? 200. And what temperature do we turn off at? Below 140. I'm going to change it to below 130. Okay, more and more getting set up. Let's get the transit tubes built in. Also, all the way across here, and then we need to get rid of one stair. I wonder if anyone has ever put a tea bag in a coffee. I know I have. I have absolutely been that tired before. 100%. Right, it is now a vacuum. Good, good, good. That can be deconstructed. Along with the power wire that was maintaining it. All gone. Clunk. Done and done. What does it taste like? Awful, as you might imagine. They are not really complementary flavors. Let's get rid of that. So we can draw that across. As soon as this is all hooked up and powered, should be good. There we are, that's looking a bit better now, isn't it? About 30 micrograms, about 40, that's about the most that we're seeing, about 40 micrograms. Getting up there a little bit over there. Right, while all of that is going on, first, let me get rid of that. Let's just quickly throw together the logic for this. So, we wanted a memory toggle. And the way we wanted this to work is the appearance... Actually, I'm going to need to rotate this around. Let's put it like that. The trigger of this... So when a shuttle is on its way back, that would reset this. Actually, we could possibly have it like there. No, because I kind of need the circuitry coming from that direction. It's a bit of a shame that they're on different sides, really. But effectively, we want the approach of the shuttle to reset this. That will allow the gantries to extend or retract. When this is active, so a shuttle is inbound or the shuttle is ready to go, we want the gantries to retract and we want the doors to be opened. We can put the gantries on a bit of a timer so that they open in a staggered way. And we can have, once that timer is complete, so like after this one is retracted, we'd have another timer that then launches the rocket as well. I think that would actually be quite good. Yes, I reclaim energy from rocket exhausts. Let's get rid of this one first. I would like to try and pop in the timer toggle first then. Filter gate only lets a green signal through if the input has been received a green signal for longer than the selected filter timer. Will continue outputting a red signal if the green signal did not last long enough. Outputs a green signal if the input is receiving a green signal. Continue sending a green signal. That's all we want. We want a buffer gate. Oh, actually, no, it isn't. We want this to extend. Or effectively, we want whatever state this has to take a little bit longer to affect this. Since it would have to work on both states, that actually makes it a little bit more complicated. It's easy enough to get one to trigger and then the next to trigger. But when you want them to turn off in that same way, that's a bit more of a problem. No, the more I think about it, actually. So let's just say this activates so the gantries extend. I would want that to. Yeah, actually, would want that to go through a filter gate, so that it would only trigger once that's been going for a little while. Oh, I realize a NOT gate will inverse the function, but I wanted to behave the same way regardless whether it's turning on or turning off, and so that's not quite the same as inversing a function. I think what we're going to need is a buffer that, sorry, a filter. So this turns on, it's got a green signal. It has to be on for a certain amount of time before it sends a signal to a buffer gate. So from a filter to a buffer, so that keeps this on for a little while. Now, how would that work in reverse? So this stops sending a signal. The moment it stops sending a signal, this will immediately start sending a red signal. But the buffer gate has to have received the red signal for a little while before it stops sending the green signal. So yeah, that should work, I think. Let's just pop this down here, and just so that we can test it. I'd like to have the buffer on this side if I can. Although that being said, I could bury it in the walls really when you think about it. So on there, and a buffer gate just down here. Well, what was I making those out of? Why am I making them of lead? Lead, get out of my base, you scallywag. Let's make them of steel, just in case, because the heat of these walls is actually going to climb quite aggressively every time we launch a rocket. There we go. And likewise, going to have to use steel for the automation wire too. Right, let's just get those built. The Ugrist asks, so there's technically 3 signal states, red, green, or none? No, there are only 2 signal states. Basically, there's truthy and everything else. Oh, I guess you could put it the other way. There's falsy and then everything else. But either case, either a signal is receiving green or it's receiving red. It's either true or it's false. It's a binary system. That's all hooked up. Nice. Let's go ahead and finish connecting that. It's on a 7. Good. I really enjoy the use of the logic gates in Oni. Much the same reason I enjoy using the logic gates in Factorio as well. Right, we need some gas bridges. And was there another one we needed? Or are we good? Ah, balls. Yes, there was another one I needed. Vexing. Would I recommend this game for someone with a small brain? I'm sure you don't have a small brain. But if you're speaking of yourself, you might be talking about someone else. Unless you're talking about actually, you know, a mini-human, in which case they may have a small brain. But nevertheless, I would still recommend this game. I really, really enjoy it. It can be as complicated as you want it to be. Well, with certain caveats with that statement. It is a game which has a lot of mechanics that benefit from an interest in science. But if you're not interested, like in thermodynamics, that sort of thing, there are so many tutorials and things you could follow that will manage it for you very easily. Okay, so filter signal. 5 seconds. That actually sounds pretty good. Buffer signal. So I think it'll continue sending it for 5 seconds. So this requires 5 seconds to activate. And this requires 5 seconds to stop activating. That should work. Let's quickly test it. Oh, actually, let's hook this all the way up. Yeah. And then I'm going to turn this switch off. And we'll see if that works. If it does, then that's a simple part of the puzzle solved. Is a second a tick, or does it tick faster than a second? No, a second is literally a measurement of a second in real life. I'm not actually sure what the tick timer is on the in-game for how quickly it can read signals and such, but as far as I'm aware, it's basically 5 seconds in this instance multiplied by however, you know, the speed up that you've got going on. I'm fairly certain that it's affected by the speed up. If it's not, that's going to be really weird. But I can only assume that that's the case. So if you're on medium speed, I'm assuming, then it would take 5 seconds to trigger. If you're on fast, it'll take a little bit less, and if you're on slow, it'll take a little bit longer. As far as as far as I understand it, anyway. Again, I'm not not the most knowledgeable about this game, certainly by a very long shot, but that's as far as I understand it, anyway. Right, we want. Okay, that's. Oh, you know what? Never mind. We didn't need that there anyway. I was being a derp. That was actually due to be pulled down. Yeah, we made it post 2125, yeah. If we now crash, it's Road Train's fault, and they shall be tossed into the oubliette for no less than 999,999 years. With an extra year because arbitrary reasons that I'll think up later. Aavak, you have the confidence to make us think you do know what you're doing. That sounds a little bit worrying. Because rounding. Sure, we'll go with rounding. Yeah. How many cycles is a year? A cycle is 1 day in-game. There's so little left. So little. Such tiny amounts. Such tiny amounts. And we're out of power. And before, Aavak has more polluted water has more health benefits than normal water. Well, I mean, you know, no. Probably has more calories than normal water. So, you know, if you're starving, maybe. Don't know what the polluted is, but it's probably got more calories. Let's get you hooked up. Everyone having their morning shower? Well done, well done, Wendell. Well done. Nice and clean for your breakfast. Four of them. The way I've got my shift set up is basically they each have 4 dupes per shift, 3 shifts. So in each barrack, there's only ever 1 sleeping. And when it's their time to use the bathroom, only ever 1 is scheduled to do so. So it cuts down on the amount of bathrooms you need, by far. It also allows you to have someone who's got some sort of issue with sleep. For example, they snore or something like that in a barrack without affecting anyone else, because no one else is trying to sleep at the same time. It helps out quite a lot, actually. Heyo, distant 13 ocean. Just to let you know, chat, we're coming up to the next tea break. And I'm not done with the game yet, so we're just going to go on a tea break. I was kind of thinking, you know what, if we crash again at 21:25, it's probably a sign that I should just, you know, wrap the stream up at the 10-hour mark. But, no. It seems that we have, the end of the stream has been forestalled. Circuitries have been overloaded. Well. Poop? How? Oh. Why are these kicking on at the same time? I don't quite understand that. That should be capable of dumping just 4K into the system. So how is it overloading? I mean, this one makes more sense because there's a high potential load, but how's this one overloading? Oh, well, no, that still doesn't make sense. Oh, no, I see now. My bad. My bad. Yeah, we lost the large transformer. Previously, that was probably there. That's going to need to be done into priority 9. Yeah, I imagine it was a memory leak. We've been playing for nearly 10 hours, so... It does happen from time to time. Let's make sure that everything is hooked up again. So that could be the... Oh, no, that's going to be annoying, but oh well. Am I going to... Yeah, I am absolutely going to go in there in order to dig it out, yes. If you thought for a second that I wouldn't, you have not been on this channel for very long. Okay. Make sure that we're using the same material. There we go. No, the reason why I used the 9 there, Devilfish, was simply put that if I don't fix that, it was just going to keep burning through more wires. Is that an 8? No, that's a... sorry, an 8 flying on the 7. Let's have a look. Ooh, wow. 100 kilos of steel? I will not say no. In fact, I will say yes. Vigorously. Right, on this side, I would like to just dig in a little bit. Just enough to ensure that a single pump here can access all of this. May as well use steel, I guess. That moment where you're like, oh, I may as well use steel. Are those tubes built? Yeah, in here. All built. I know it can be a little bit hard to see. Only a tiny bit left to do down here. Excellent. I'm going to make these a higher priority, though. I'm going to have to dig into the corner there in order to get those last bits, which is annoying. There we go. Egg on its way to be made into omelette. Alright, how are things doing over here? Still waiting, sadly. Okay. But we have managed to reach vacuum in here. Marvellous. I'll wait for those to finish. Right, let's zoom out. Still waiting to get that area built, though. That's kind of surprising me it's taking that long. How are we doing with water? I mean, it's not awesome, to be certain, but it's also not the worst, either. Producing a little bit of extra power from the volcano there. And we've actually done a really good job on covering most of the ground with the heavy watt conductive wires. We've spent a lot of time working on replacing wiring in this stream. Well, I'm a little bit sad about that, because I feel that has genuinely impacted the speed at which we were getting towards finishing the mega base, but at the same time, I'm pretty pleased with the progress we've made so far. What we got going on here? We have got ceramic. 13 tons of it. Nice. Getting back up there. Okay, and here we go. We're starting to remove the gas from this area. Now, if we can get the rest of this built, that's going to be amazing. Can they not reach this? No, they're just waiting for delivery. There we go. Okay. Slowly getting it. Just a tiny little bit more to be done on that side. An unreachable dig here. I'm going to wait for this to be built before I dig that out, because otherwise this pump is going to be struggling to do pointless work. We're going to go with... Oh no. Oh, there we are. We can make it out of thermium. Good. I hadn't considered this, but... I'm going to need a little bit more room. Damn it. I probably still got enough room to do it, but... Yeah, I'm going to have the ceramic wall over on there. And the reason for that is that I want to use a hydro sensor to control when the pump is active and when it isn't. I don't believe I need to make this out of thermium. I'm going to do it anyway, just because swanky. But the cable can be made out of steel. Oh, use copper, okay. Let's bring that across and up. Right, now that we've done that, I think it's time for me to slowly creep my way over. There's a little bit of polluted oxygen over here. If we can get that pumped out, then I can start sealing this place off. Right, we now need a very insulated pipe. We can't afford to use ceramic for this one, sadly. So, igneous rock it is. That being said, you know what? No. I will use ceramic, because eventually I might have enough. But I don't want to have to dig back in here in order to replace that. So, we'll just take... Oh, that is... not the route I wanted. We'll use ceramic to just bring the pipe out and then connect up with it using igneous rock. Right there. Okay. Right, getting in here, we're going to need to dig through these two tiles, I would say, so that duplicants can get access to this point to deconstruct those pipes. This is now being completed, though, which is fantastic. How long do we have on that? 7.2 cycles, so, you know, just in time. We're actually starting to back stuff. Natural gas. Nice. Okay, we've reached the point now where... Oh. Well, now. We have somehow disconnected the wrong bloody thing. Fair enough. How much CO2 is there in there? There's a reasonable amount. I don't want this bridge there anymore. Deconstruct that, please. And make this a pretty high priority. Let's get that sorted. It is quite a large base, yeah. There's the fill view. How are you doing, Shellbell? It's been a really fun stream. I fell asleep to you and woke up to it. Now I must sadly leave and go to work. I'll be back in about 8 hours, though. But if I don't see you again, have an amazing stream and good night. I'll take care, Sexy Beast Games. Have a good one, mate. Let's have a look at the gases now. There we are. That's a bit better. My lord, having that all backed up was not helping at all. Let's hope that our hatches are now able to get a decent amount of noms. Sorry, not hatches, slicksters. Yeah, there's quite a lot of CO2 in there, actually. Not as much down here, but still not terrible. We're also now seeing a much better use of the oil here. Petroleum for days! Hopefully.
Looking dapper.
Hopefully petroleum for days. We are starting to stockpile petroleum here. Thank you very much for the sub there, Shalbell. Right, it's going to be enough very soon for this to go. Let's say it's above 50 kilos. Also, I would like all of this taken out of here very urgently. If you can reach it, please remove it. We'll properly analyze this, but it is going to take us a little bit of time to get to that point. Now, the tricky part is going to be to get this over to the oil. That is going to be the very tricky part, actually. Though there is some oil being brought up from below, right there. Oh, you know what? It isn't going to be as hard as I thought. Alright. Let's not go into that layer there. Instead, move across here. Move down. And then down. Gonna need to make sure that this understands the direction of travel, though. Okay, no more igneous rock. Started using sandstone. Balls. Should have been paying more closer attention, my bad. That at least is igneous rock still. Okay, well we've got a load of igneous rock that's constantly coming through from the volcano, so we should be okay with that. Care package of plastic. I will say yes, thank you very much. There's a load of pipes that have got igneous rock that I need to pull down. See how that goes. Right, how is that? Okay, we've got all of this hooked up. Good. Let's turn that off. And then promptly turn this off. Then turn it back on. Amazing. Yep, that works exactly as desired. Alright. So that will take care of the gantries. Which means at this point, I can do away with these ones.